All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Delicious in Dungeon, episode 9.
We got some meat adventures to cure the sickness. Yeah.
We've had party members out for the count a couple times in a row now. We're learning a little bit more about Marcel and Fallen's relationship and connection in the past, which is awesome, which is good to set up the build-up for the potential actual reunion and or rescue.
Right.
Because they're actually pretty close to the dragon, or at least the last known spot that the orc said where the dragon was.
Right.
And the dragon doesn't move that often, but it does move, so we're
That is something we have to deal with.
We're making actually good progress here.
But establishing the friendship between Marcel and Fallen, because damn it, we need to know that at least one person in this group cares about her.
You know, it's everyone cares in their own special way.
Yeah, no,
the way that you verbally express it with frequency does not necessarily detail what is going on in the innermost heart of hearts of a person.
Right.
You can, scream out like a food specifically over and over and over again.
That is true.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's your favorite thing.
Yeah.
But it could.
It could be. It might be working its way to becoming a favorite. Yeah.
Just like this show. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Bump of Chicken is just...
It's just so
amazing.
Good. Like, I was talking with some people about this the other day, but the amount of time of my anime journey, percentage-wise, where it's just been like, there's Bump of Chicken. You know?
Yeah.
Like, since 2014, maybe 2015, It's like, that's a long time.
A decade of, anime experiences always having a great opening for
just
Bump
all
of
of a sudden,
Chicken.
it's like, oh, hey.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
It's you!
Yeah.
Hey. Oh. People coming from above, yep.
We're camping. And
it's like, wait a minute, I remember you guys. Yeah! Amari! Oh! They're playing escort. Very easy to remember, thank you.
Yes. That's fair.
お前らに何かあっちゃファリンも悲しむぜ。
そちらに治療師はいるか。仲間の治療を頼みたい。
見返りは
Food.
ケルピーの肉。
いらんわ。足元を救われる。途中にあった死体でも自分の蘇生代ぐらい持っていたぞ。
ウンディーネが配してる。危険だ。
ウンディーネ、水の精霊を怒らせたか。古代より神々や精霊。
Okay. I'm waiting for the smash cut to them being like, oh shit, that one's a real bitch.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
She's just dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
We could just revivify, yeah. Sure. Yeah. People die like 9 times and just...
その迷宮には非常に強い術が張られている。人の魂を肉体に束縛する。
Oh.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
治れば元通り。これは死んだ者が生き返っているのではない。ここでは死そのものが禁じられているのだ。
Shit.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you can get us some serious knowledge here. Okay. Yep. Oh, Chilchuck's gonna stay with Marcel. Oh.
お前相変わらず気味悪い手使ってんな。
You thought it was creepy before.
Yep.
ドワーフが撃ったやつだぞ。ハーフフットが店番してるようなところはやめろ。サイヤは使い回すな。たまには武器を手入れしろ。
Yeah, it does look
That is
pretty.
pretty notched, yeah.
うるさいって思ってるだろ。
いや武器の扱いに関しては誰よりも信頼してるよ。
Oh.
Are the roots alive, maybe?
魔物が潜んでる。
では倒せ。
こういう時のライオスの話は信じた方がいいぜ。
根拠もない話に付き合っとれん。譲り出せばいい。
I didn't hear that bolt impacting the wall.
I didn't either. Shit.
All right.
Yep.
なるほど。テンタクルスね。
納得してる場合か。
キキ
Kiki's
Hey,
dead. Yeah.
We'll resurrect you, free of charge.
わざと捕まって懐に飛び込むってのは。
Ah, that's a brilliant idea.
触手が皮膚に触れると毒死が射出され体が麻痺する。
Oh.
囚われればこちらが命を落とす可能性が高い。戦士、兜を
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I need to be
Cover
protected.
every part of his body.
Hell yeah.
土星術の成功率は信用できねえぞ。
大丈夫だ。俺が信じているのは戦士と鉛だから。
Like.
どういう意味？
わからん。
Oh,
Oh!
shit.
もう腕の力が入らなくなってきた。
何やってんだよライオス。胴体を狙え。胴体を。
Ah, nice.
Way to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Use it. Use it. Quick.
She's the one who, yeah, understands weapons best. Okay.
やがって。
All right.
All right. Well done.
And Laos snapped his neck from the fall.
No.
ライオス大丈夫か？ではなさそうだな。
What
His
happened?
face is all swollen, probably
Yeah.
from like stingers.
Right.
今すぐ直してやるからな。これはちと厄介だな。
Yeah.
なんかいつもと顔が違わない。
テンタクルスに刺された。
It's like stung a little bit. It's going to be
何
okay.
握りしめてんだ。
His hand.
Oh my god.
麻痺して取れ
How can you see though?
Yeah.
酢で洗えば出血の動きを多少抑えられる。では逆効果なこともあるので慎重に。手法のある上皮だけ向ける。
Oh my god.
割とうまいらひ。
This is amazing.
なるほど悪くはない。
Oh, it's stinging my throat.
No, because the stingers are on the skin.
No,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
これは箇所によって味が違う気がする。
食べてみろ。
その味しかしない。
Don't tell
no
her.
answer.
このねっとりした分かってさ
ほら、生
It's taro root. Tell me.
こっちは食い物に困ってないから。
うまいのに。
うまくはないが、調理の余地は煮込むか潰して焼くか。
いいね。取れた。
Hey.
Victory.
治療してやろう。
助かる。では、彼女から先に頼みたい。
Yeah. Forget about me. Okay.
健康な状態って最高タッサンアイオスもその顔
なら鉛に行ってくれ。
Yeah.
この矢で倒すとは。
鉛がクロスボウの扱いも上手でよかった。
初めて触ったんだけど。
She's like, I wasn't around to help. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, I shit talked you. Yeah.
ありがとうファリーのことはさておき
身の入り方も違うってもんよ。
This isn't over.
もう済んだことじゃないか。
住んでないし
Valen's still
なんで
dead.
お前が一番人事みたいな顔してんだよ。
そんなつもりだ。
あんたがリーダー
No.
大変だな。
No. Senshi doesn't deny it
I'm
or
just the
anything.
chef.
I'm the cook. Yes. Yes.
まだ怒ってる
I am just Senshi. Yeah.
何をしたらああまで精霊を怒らせ
Just dumped out some boiling
Well.
water.
沸かした水を捨てたら下にいたみたいで
これだからエルフは
エルフはな。
人種は関係ないでしょ 精霊を鎮める方法はありませんか？
ウンディーネは極小の精霊の集合体。
Ah,
今結成している個体が寿命で死ねば世代交代により敵意は収まるだろう。一匹の寿命はもって1週間ほど。
1週間。
so they just have to wait it out.
我々は地上に引き上げる。調査の続きはまた先だな。帰還の術の準備だ。
Damn, they have a return spell.
帰還の術だってよ。
お願いが。
私も一緒に地上に戻れと？ここまで来て。
君
Oh.
は魔力切れを起こしてる。貧血のようなものと聞く。タンさんたちと地上に戻るべきだ。
でも驚くぐらい元気なの。あ、レバーのおかげかも。
栄養がすぐに体調に現れること。
休んでる間に魔力も戻ったみたい。
After a short rest.
普段みたいに魔力が通ってるようには見えないぞ。
置いて。
Oh.
何笑ってるの？
あんたのそんな顔初めて見たから。
Usually so haughty.
Yeah.
残った連中はどうするんだ？
Yeah, you're gonna fight a dragon.
と戦うなんて
Yeah,
無茶だ
that's
ろ。
not gonna go well.
到底竜に歯が立つようには見えないしな。
ナマリは竜を何匹も倒したことがある。ナマリお願い。パーティーに戻ってきて。私はどうしてもファリーを助けたいの。今回だけでいい。お金なら私が工面する。
冒険者のつながりは狭い。噂なんかあっという間に広がるからな。ナマリが以前から金銭で揉めてたこと、誰かから聞いたんだろ。ここでさらに金が元さやに収まってみろ。あいつは金を積めば何でもする。ナマリにはそんな噂がつくだろう。それで仕事はあるだろうが、客層は変わるだろうな。
Wow, Chilchuck with the wisdom.
Yeah.
諦めろ、マルシル。
Okay.
まだ方法ならある。私が魔力を取り戻す方法。
To die?
Oh.
ウンディーネを飲め。
Even far away, it's like, uh-oh.
These are two that'll eat anything. And
精霊は魔力を食べて。
Okay. Alright.
therefore,
力が豊富に含まれ
they have tons of magic.
I love
これ
it.
を捉えるのは倒すのより困難だと思うが。
水の精霊は熱に弱いから。
But won't they then die? How you?
攻撃してみるとか。火をつけて逃げ場をなくすとか。
This is gonna be such a D&D
Yeah, yeah.
TTRPG party, just coming up with dumb plans. You know, like
Right.
何か。
you are smart.
Freeze
you
it.
can figure something out. The shield.
熱し縦にすれば
Yes.
Oh, okay.
攻撃が同時に。
Ah. Thunder Cross split attack.
そんなボロ鍋で防げるか。
ボロ鍋とは
Yeah, don't call it that.
Yeah.
これは先祖代
This has wake.
入れをかかしたことはない。
Fuck my axe though, but like.
Yeah,
ここ
right.
に熱が入るとてもいい鍋だ。
この重量。
Wait, it's made out of like a special metal?
アダマントじゃねえか。
No way!
全カズヤが夢に見る金属の一つ。アダマントが。
Who made an adamant walk?
音は盾だったが。
What are you talking about? That's resourceful.
ちょうど鍋と蓋に分かれるから、二人で手分けしてウンディーネを挟
Right.
Yes.
And then
cook
you can
it.
steam it. Yes.
む。それしかない。
Oh my
We
god.
must cook the undine.
Yeah.
手が丈夫だろうと、あの威力だぞ。ドワーフはともかく、ライオスの力で抑えきれるのか。
If it means eating something
Ah, they need you actually.
because she's strong enough.
Yeah.
なるべく取りこぼさずに。
They have the fire already.
来るぞ。
Hands are ringing from the
Uh-huh. Yeah.
concussive force of it. It's gonna get smart though and start.
Oh shit.
It's time.
Time for the weapon master.
I would like to rage.
ナマリ。
Yep, they're on opposite
And now
sides now.
run at each other.
今だ。
Oh! Now go. Like they're lifting a piano.
Right.
Holy shit.
And then their hands start to burn as the thing heats up. Yeah.
Oh, that's
uh-huh.
true. Yeah. Oh, it's getting weaker. Ah!
Yeah.
It would be funny if Namari was the only one that pulled off, and he's just like, yeah, with his cook hands, you know?
Right.
胴体の割に
Yeah, Laos is a regular, 12 strength human, like...
Right. Basically just mana potion.
Yeah.
精霊が持つ魔力は吸収しにくいから。
吸収を助ける食品とともに
Yes! Yes! Well said! You need bioavailability!
料理を始めよう。
Aha!
Ah!
You can
Yes!
steam
Make a
stuff
stew!
in...
テンタクルスの皮を剥き、適当な大きさに切る。表面に焼き色をつけたら、
This is
玉
incredible.
ねぎ、人参
They're gonna have the best meal
Fantastic.
ever in this.
Yeah.
ディーネの中に入れる。
Now the thing is, Marcel needs to eat all of this. None of them can have any
Well,
because...
it's more just that the broth is what she needs. They can have all the solids, though.
Sure.
完成！
Ah!
Beautiful.
みんなは？
向かいの塔へ調査の続きに
Yeah, because we cleared
Right.
the Undine, so they don't need to...
あんな大繁殖してると
片付いてよかった。
一緒にご飯食べてかない？
Yeah.
You can't have any broth, but...
No, I guess they're sharing it. Yeah.
うまそう。
Because this increases the bioavailability of the Undine,
Right, right.
So she doesn't need all of it.
はい、鉛も。
早く食べてみろよ。
そうだね。
Ah.
鹿島力が戻ってるみたい。
All right, another.
Give her like 8 bowls.
Yep. Eat until you can't eat anymore. And then keep eating.
His face.
釜を抜けたことでそしられる覚悟はできていても、こんな姿を見る羽目になると、
Ah, this is some kind of punishment.
これもある種の
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's amazing.
What?
具にスープがよく
Her perception of the stew
Yeah, the
actually
thing
changes
changes.
as well.
Yeah, that's great.
アダマントは鍋に適している？斧のこと。バカにして悪かったな。
Yeah.
わしが家事全般に興味がないのは事実だからな。鉱石の見分けもつかず、昔の仲間にもよく。
Oh, he's kind of a bad dwarf as far
Yeah.
as these things go.
わしらは地上に帰る。お前はここに残ってる。
Hey.
一口くらい食ってみ。
Yeah.
直感はあれだが結構いけるから。信じてくれとは言いにくいけど、報酬のやり取りだけじゃなく仲間にしてほしいんだ。頑張るからさ。
And thus
All
they
right.
all
Now
came
this might be a
together
party
on
that can
a
slay
happy
a dragon.
meal.
あんたは真っ先に抜けると思ってた。絶対受けないタイプだろ。
Damn right.
でなきゃ仕事はしない。
Huh.
それだとこういう時抜けられないのが難点だが。
仕事だからとどまってくれたの？
Oh.
友情からじゃなく？
いいことを教えてやろう。
Yeah, this is part of his
仲間
reputation.
いらないとか
Mhm.
抜かすやつがこの世じゃ最も信用ならないの。
Yeah.
そういえば、シュローは今何を？
別のつてがあるみたいだったが、あいつファリンに求婚するほど惚れてた。
Ah!
今も必死に探してるとは思うけど。
Oh.
Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't.
ファリンのことは大事だろうが、ちゃんと
Yeah.
地上に戻ってこいよ。
Yeah, don't die.
鉛こそ気をつけて。
またな。
Oh.
Awesome.
Wholesome episode.
Yep.
I loved the... Wait, this pot is made of adamant.
Yeah.
Why is it made of adamant? Well, it was a shield, but...
Right. I love the idea that it's basically the equivalent of like a super like cast iron pan, you know?
It's a wok.
Right.
It's a wok.
Yeah, yeah.
A very thick, well-rounded wok.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's way better than cast iron because it's so spherically rounded and stuff that it's just like...
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But the idea that like ah yes, the toughest, densest, metal or whatever.
Yes.
It actually cooks very evenly because the heat distribution is
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's
you know?
perfect.
Yeah.
No.
I also really like the detail that Chilchuck's like, nah, I make sure I get paid in advance because that's just how I roll. But yeah, that's why I stayed because I finish a job, right?
Right.
Like, that's really cool.
Yeah. Because effectively he did get paid before this.
Right. So it's the
So it's
the fact
I
you don't
now
have any
do
money
the
now, that might make a problem for the next job.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
We got ourselves a party member reunion. She's not joining back with them
Nope.
yet necessarily.
I
but
like that.
I like that because we more just needed to resolve the emotional drama from her leaving. So
Exactly.
that's Namari.
And it adds world building for what it means to be an adventurer, right? The fact that they're an adventuring party and going into this dungeon, right? Like in the same way that we go into detail about the ecosystem of how the monsters eat other monsters and
Sure.
all that stuff, you have the same kind of deal with the adventurers, but we don't interact with the adventurers as much. So when we get
we're
the
in the
chance
dungeon,
because we're in the dungeon.
Yeah.
So when we get a chance to, getting that, like, sort of making up for the fact that it's a small portion of the show. Love it.
Right. Also, the idea that Chilchuck mentioned that the adventuring community is small. So say like 100 to 200 people. So the idea that like, oh, you're going to find out or hear about people that end up being party switchers or party hoppers
Right.
for money or something like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay. So he's actually like thinking pretty far ahead in that regard.
I also like the idea that the rogue is the one that's like, hey, there are people out there that would be looking for the people who will do anything for money.
True.
You know,
True.
I know you, the wizard, with your like, you know,
Your
cushy
school
upbringing
and everything.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Won't be as aware of that.
There's other groups out there that be like, So yeah, I love the way that the show does world building because it feels very natural for these things to come up in conversation, even though it's very subtle forms of exposition.
Yep.
So,
and
really fun stuff.
The idea, as I never would have thought of that as a limitation mechanic for how to have TTRPG or video game style resurrection without it breaking the world, and have it be that no, because it's not that there's, like, sure, there might be multiple dungeons, but like this specific dungeon is special. And
Right.
in this dungeon, there is a curse on it where your soul cannot leave your body.
That is
right?
wild.
That's wild. It sets up potential stuff for any like boss antagonist or whatever.
Immortal characters.
Yeah, if you did have some kind of lich, it's like, oh, sure.
Yep.
I understand why that would then be a thing that they would put onto this place so that they can always come back or whatever, right?
Yep.
And then from the standpoint of, no, this isn't a world where death just doesn't exist anymore. But specifically when you go here, you don't have to worry about staying dead as long as your body is retrieved or whatever. Great.
Right. Which is the whole thing of the dungeon, you know, having retrieval groups that go around and
Right.
pick up corpses because they can actually bring them back no matter how long they've been there.
Yep.
Which is terrifying because, one, we are in a situation where we're trying to save someone from dying.
Yep.
What do you know? She can't die in there, but her body can absolutely melt and disintegrate away.
And then it's just, you're not getting her back.
Exactly. So you're getting back maybe her ghost at the very least.
Yeah, if that, and yet, like, if the soul is tied to the body, and yet the body gets, you know, dispersed into a bunch of tiny little particles.
Oh, right,
you know.
but the difference would be like, flesh is much easier to melt than bones. So the idea that like
Sure.
the bones would be there for probably a year.
You get the skeleton,
you know?
and you're like, okay, fuck. All right, we gotta. Who's a mage that is, you know, well versed enough in anatomy
to create flesh.
to fully recreate the musculature and the everything right in order to bring this person back.
That would be a hilarious side quest to be like, well, we have fallen, and it's just like, so I guess we're gonna look for the mad mage that
Right.
created this dungeon
Fallen
and
is
beg
just-
them to, you know, to undeath,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, Fallen just turns into Terry Pratchett's death until they can figure out how to restore the body. Just a skeleton that's going around, but you still have the oh man, the voice actress that that has that amazing voice and everything. It's all like cute and everything, and then but it's a skeleton. You know, who knows? That could be a thing.
Like, this show is silly enough and fun enough that I could absolutely see something like that happening. But the big thing is that they've now cleared the Undine.
Yep.
Which means they can keep going.
Right.
And we're not that far away now. So with Martial's magic back, which I've liked as a fun, we can't just
Long rest.
rest through this. And she even joked about that. I feel a little bit better after a short rest, and it's the like, no, that's not how this works. You
Are
know,
you a warlock? No, that's not how that works.
I like the joke of maybe even from the standpoint of like what is necessary for a quote unquote long rest in this world, because this isn't D&D or anything.
Right.
But you can't in this dungeon. You just can't.
That adds some very fun additional mechanics to the situation where it's like
you can just run out of magic and you're
right.
screwed.
And presumably there are ways to restore your magic, but not in the dungeon.
Nope.
So it's not
naturally, at least.
Yeah, like that's. I almost wonder if that could be taken then into a TTRPG kind of situation as a way to not make it be you're pressed for time, and so that's the issue why you can't.
Yeah, which is usually what
it ends up being. But if instead it's
or it's too dangerous to fall asleep. Basically,
yeah, right. But if it's
kind of
instead it's while you're in this location, you are not able to recover your magic. That way, you have to actually strategically plan out what you're going to do down here.
Yeah.
And you could get to that situation where it's like, oh shit, we can't really continue. Okay, we have to head back. You know.
Yeah, some of my favorite ways to do that as a DM is basically design a dungeon system where there are fonts specifically of magic, where you don't get long rests, but there are places where you can specifically recover a certain amount of magic, and you have to choose. Oh, there's only so much that we have here. Which party member do we want to give this to?
Yeah, that very much feels like if you're in a CRPG or something, and it's like this is a location where you can't rest, but there's a crazy boss fight here, so okay, you made it this far, cool, now you can do your thing.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, checkpoint.
It's kind of video game style. Yeah.
Right.
But okay, having Marcial back, having really the party kind of back to normal effectively. But we had a couple little things that were teased at here. Senshi's past, which was really, really sweet, and just like, oh, he wasn't really
didn't fit in among the dwarves.
Yeah, he didn't fit in at all. But also, the idea that the other party member that left, Shuro, was madly in love with Fallen.
He's gonna propose,
which means, and they did make up a point about how he's pretty strong. He could be one that we join up with before we meet the dragon.
I mean, they could even do some kind of, they wouldn't do this, but some sort of like weird anticlimactic joke where they get there and Shuro's just single-handedly defeated the dragon and he's like cradling Fallen's, body.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, that's right. That's Shuro for you.
I would be very shocked if they did that.
I would be too.
I don't think they would do that. No. I think that him potentially having some reason to be down here already because of what they just set up is now fun. But then if we're going through the old party members here, that could also be
right. We learned that the real reason that he left the party is because not as a money thing.
It's because of Laos, not paying attention.
It's okay. I have ascertained that this party is would be a burden to me. You know, and now I will go and do my thing or whatever.
While you were out there adventuring and cooking, I was studying the blade.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Man's like actually gaining XP and leveling up, and they're like, yo, what if we like cooked, this time?
It's the power gamer that realized they
don't do some shared XP nonsense. He's been actually grinding, you know?
He's the person who played the CRPG and realized that you could get all the party's XP if you don't have any companions. And then it's like,
Or it's the thing of where there's some of the people here that were probably close before the party. So Laos, Fallen, and Marcial.
Yeah.
Probably Laos was more just brought in as the third because, he was the brother of
He's the
Fallen.
brother and,
but Chilchuk obviously and Namari and Shuro were the new ones that were brought in basically. But I just love the idea of like Shuro, Chilchuk, and Namari all are from different parties and stuff like that. So they have effectively different levels of XP.
Oh,
so Shuro comes in as like a level 11 player and is like,
oh yeah,
I'll help them out.
Okay.
And then he triple attacks on one turn. They're like, what the fuck? And he's like, hold on. Action search. Triple attacked again.
Is it just me, or do you, from what they established for Shuro, kind of in this episode, I'm getting the vibe of what was his name from Tales of Berseria? Was it Rokuro, or the samurai guy in that game?
I don't think he's that overly serious because in the ED they show him walking around with kids and like.
That's true. No, that is a good point.
So I think he's going to be more of just like the good boy.
Sure.
He's just a good boy that just wants to protect others, and maybe if anything, he's a little bit, like dedicated. But I think that there's something to be said for there was a reason why he didn't join up with the party again.
Yes, Yes, indeed.
But I find that interesting because they
He
had
was-
the whole reveal of no, he was in
going to
love with
propose,
her,
but Laos was
of course,
unaware.
Of course, Laos is unaware. He's not only unaware, he was like, oh, like he was shocked
Yeah.
in how unaware it was.
Right.
Like,
Well, although I do love the idea of like we get a montage of just like, wait, you never noticed? And then
they
it shows
show all the
times
times
that they're like very overtly flirting with each other right in
well,
front
that
of him.
doesn't mean
No.
that she loved him.
No, totally. But with like the sort of like sort of more soft demeanor that like Fallon has from what we've seen in the backstory. Imagine if it's this thing where no, they were heavily flirting the entire time,
Possibly.
and just in ways that Laos never like clocked.
I think that's totally possible. I think what's more likely is that she was absolutely just being kind.
Sure.
She might have liked him, but Laos is only really interested in like food and stuff, and then probably making sure that his sister's okay.
Sure.
So it's the thing of where he looked at her and probably has the other side of the perspective where he's like, she doesn't like him at all.
Yeah, and like
So it's him just being like, oh.
like they run into
But he doesn't have any awareness of other people's emotional stuff. You know?
Right. But they run into Shuro, and he's like, I have been, training and doing all of this stuff in the dungeon to get her back. He's like, but dude, she doesn't care about you. And it just crushes his soul.
Crushes him. I mean, we shall see. But yo, great episode. Great, nice little sitting around the campfire and having a little bit. And then the tentacle stuff was fun. I love the Laos plans are always a bit strange, and he usually throws himself a bit into kind of a stupid situation of it, but it works.
Right.
It works.
The wacky plans work, but they have those fun little consequences, right?
Yes.
Whether it's you're burning your hands, or this also only worked because you realized you had an adamantite walk that was passed down through the generations because it used to be a shield or shields. And then also, just my face is swollen to hell, but somehow, even though my eyes are swollen shut, I can still read.
I can't believe they turned the tentacle thing into a banana.
That was fantastic.
Like
I love
didn't
the
see
different
it
ways
coming at all, but
Yeah.
the way in which I was like, wait a minute, they're not. Oh my god!
And then he just holds it there, and it's like, God damn it! Like yes, this was actually just a different food that you're familiar with.
Right.
I love every time they do that.
Every time they do
It's
that. It's
fantastic.
so good. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.